Good morning, everyone. It's such a beautiful morning, and of course I would say that if it was 100,000 degrees right now too, but it's not, and I feel a nice breeze. And I just wanted to come to you this week and talk to you. I went to watch the recent Superman movie, and I went yesterday with Trevor and Tommy, and it was so good. And so I would encourage you to go to watch it. The original was created in the 1930s by two Jewish young men, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. The champion of the oppressed, as Superman was first known. That was a reaction and a formation to the rise of Nazism in Europe and anti-Semitism in America. So the movie is very timely again. Like Moses, he was a baby saved from death and raised by others. He had Samson's strength and the golem's mission to protect the innocent. In Jewish folklore, a golem, Golem, is a being brought to life from matter, often clay, through mystical means. He is depicted as a powerful but limited being. While some thought Superman was just a comic, the Nazis accused Superman of spreading Jewish values, like compassion for the weak. His Hebrew name is Kal-El, Kal-El, Voice of God. Superman's moral code reflects Jewish ethics. Brushing grass off the table and turned it. Ideas of justice. Okay, so let's go back. Superman's moral code reflects Jewish ethics. Ideas of justice, as you know, compassion, and protecting the vulnerable. He guides humanity and saves the world. I want to focus on what he says at the end of the most recent movie. I'm human. And he says it several times. And I've tried to be really careful to not give you like major spoiler alert. I would give you a spoiler alert if I thought I was going to give you major spoilers. But I don't think I am. I've tried to be really careful. So if so, sorry. Just wanted to communicate this because it's very important to me. So, like I said, I want to focus on what he says at the end, and it's I'm human, and he says it, like I said, several times. He's Clark Kent, and we can't forget that when watching Superman. So he's Clark Kent with hidden inner strength. And that's what I want to focus on because that's the part that resonates with me. It reminds me of Tikkun Olam, repairing the world. Humanity is bigger than any one meaning system. It is within our power to fully embrace ethics without creating division and hatred. We can find love, solidarity, harmony, compassion, and justice. And I love that. For you and I, like Clark Kent, are human and of one creator. In the movie, Clark's humanity was best shown, in my opinion, when he couldn't be in more than one place at a time. The little boy is crying out for Superman, and Green Lantern shows up to help the young man. Green Lantern jokingly tells the young man he's received an upgrade from Superman. I say jokingly because it was funny, but Green Lantern may truly believe he's an upgrade. And so there you go. My point, though, is in Clark's humanity, he trusted others in their humanity to help him achieve his goal. As humanity of one creator, we must unite with one goal, to love and to protect. Good morning. We must focus on traits and behaviors that promote social cohesion and cooperation, unity. This is fundamental to morality. The ethics of Clark's dad on Earth includes choices and actions. I remember when he said what I'm about to tell you to Clark, I just smiled because it was very heartwarming. Good morning, everyone. So they're in the backyard, and he specifically, this is his dad on Earth, specifically tells Clark, your choices, your actions, that's what makes you who you are. We've seen the best in humanity in this past week when so many joined as one to help recent flood victims. My favorite was when a young man on his first mission of the Coast Guard saved 165 people during treacherous weather. Now, he didn't do that by himself, but he did that in his humanity. He worked very hard to do that and said he was just doing what any member of the Coast Guard would do. He was doing his job. And then he very humbly and confidently, as he acknowledged he was doing his job, he began to praise the resilience of the children and the counselors. So in their humanity, they were being brave and resilient. We must do our job too. Look at how much love and cooperation we have witnessed. And it wasn't just even the flood in Texas. There was a flood in New Mexico. We have witnessed so much love and cooperation. Well, we too can be heroes. And we don't even have to get in the water. We just have to do our part. I chose to do something, and that was my part. And I know that it takes all of us in our humanity to help humanity. I must close with a modern-day Clark Kent. His name is Blake Shelton. On stage during a performance, and I think it was recent, but don't quote me on that, he invited Jelly Roll's daughter, Bailey Ann, to sing a song she had co-written with her father. Tears Could Talk is the title of the song. And I looked up the lyrics, and you might want to do that as well. It was interesting because Blake kept helping her through, and she started out quiet and got more confident as she went on. This one gets me. Jelly Roll eventually joined her on stage, and healing took place on that stage. That's being Superman. That is taking that inner strength of Clark Kent and doing something really super. There is good in ordinary people. Even when faced with extraordinary challenges, as Superman was in the most recent movie, and like I said, it's not my intent to give away spoilers. I just want to remind all of us that you don't need superhuman strength or even super speed. You don't need to be a man of steel to save the world. You only need to believe that you can do it for real. That's what you and I were made for. Love y'all.